All right, you guys are on. Dave Hawkins and the perfect man, Bobby Fischer.
Thanks, great to be back. Looking at a picture of a young man with a beer in one hand, a smoke in the other, knowing that life would last forever. Looking in the mirror, there's an old man clinging to a walker with one hand, copy of the good book by his side, knowing that forever had arrived. Can we ever know where life's gonna go? Do we need to care as long as we get there together? Well, the old man woke up one day, found he still had a lot to say, clutching his guitar in his hand, sleeping in cheap motels across the land. He'd spent a lifetime playing guitar, probably spent a little too much time hanging in bars, hoping one day he'd have it made. Now he figures he's just holding in the way. Can we ever know where life's gonna go? Do we need to care as long as we get there together? Now the wisdom that comes with age replaces youthfulness full of rage. Transgressions that once caused a mother's tears become regrets in later years. Now I'm looking at that young man in a photo, I'm telling myself he's someone that I don't know. Looking in the mirror, what do I see? I realize that young man is me. Could I ever know where this life of mine was gonna go? Did I need to care as long as we got here together? Looking at a picture of a young man with a beer in one hand, a smoke in the other, knowing that life would last forever. I just knew that my life would last forever. This is a song for all the time.
Do you need a pick?
No, I got it.
We got it.
I come prepared this time. This is a song, well, they're all songs, folks. That's pretty much it, one song into the next. Then we get paid our $10,000, hop on our helicopter and go home.
Yeah.
This is a song I wrote many years ago, and it's in honor of small business people everywhere trying to make a living against the big box stores. It's called Somewhere Far Away.
Ready? Just about.
Bobby tunes because I care.
I tune because I care too.
Oh, you care? Okay. It's not what you said in rehearsal.
I know it was in tune when I bought it, right? Yeah.
The Perfect Men is a band that I threw together, boy, it's been 10 some years ago. It's Bobby and Michael Ronstadt, and a guy named Lance Martin, who was going to be here tonight as our third. And Lance lives down in Nashville. He has an early call. I guess he has to hop on a tour bus tomorrow morning. So he texted me last night and said, "Man, I'm really sorry, but I can't be there." So probably he's been on the road with Pam Tillis, so I guess he's back out on the road with her. So you ready now?
Mhm.
Yeah, about time. This house once was a home, plastered and painted on. Now it's a shell for a wrecking ball. 4-lane highway, that's all. Mom and Pop's grocery gone. Kids have grown, moved on to New York, LA, somewhere far away. It's a Walmart superstore. Harry's 5 and dime ain't no more. You can buy all kinds of plastic crap, like a Chinese-made Old Glory baseball cap. Mom and Pop's grocery gone. Kids have grown, moved on to New York, LA, somewhere far away. Play it, Bobby! Every time I go back home to those city streets I used to roam, I gotta cry till the ground. There's a concrete nightmare that once was my town. Mom and Pop's grocery gone. Kids have grown, moved on to New York, LA, somewhere far away. New York, LA, somewhere far away. I just need a little more guitar in the monitor, I'm sorry. It's not too much for you, is it, Bobby? You have to hear me? I love that. That's not going to bother you, is it?
No.
Guitar.
I like it.
Okay, working on a new album. I have to make this quick because they told me I'm at time limit. Otherwise, I get the Arlo Guthrie syndrome, which is a 30-minute introduction to a 3-minute song. So, working on a new album. It's my 10th album, and it's celebrating 50 years of doing this for a living. Thank you. And of course, Bobby is going to be part of that. And all the Perfect Men, and also a fantastic fiddle player I've worked with for 30 years, Miss Peg Buchanan. I wrote this song right a couple months after I got a knee replacement surgery, and I didn't do what the doctor said, so it took a while living on pain pills. Thank God for pharmaceuticals. I was sitting in a diner outside of Columbus, Ohio when I wrote this song. Sitting in a diner on the west side of town, grab a cup of coffee, a place to sit down. Maxwell House coffee ain't my cup of tea. but this place is open. The refills are free. Sitting at a table with my third cup of joe. The waitress seems friendly with a smile and hello. Got no place to be till sound check at 5. It's a hell of a living. Great to be alive. It's a caffeine and pain pill kind of day when you can't sleep and don't really want to play. Songs and stories spinning in my head. Tragedy and comedy share the same bed. I could wake up in the morning, be in East LA, or sitting in a diner in Tifton, GA. West Coast, East Coast, don't matter to me. When home with my family is where I'd rather be. All these days on the road, it's time to go home. I'm tired of only seeing her on the telephone. There's only one face I long to see, my loved one at the front door, waiting for me. It's a caffeine and pain pill kind of day when you can't sleep and don't really want to play. Songs and stories spinning in my head. Tragedy and comedy share the same bed. Bobby Fischer, sitting in a diner on the west side of town. Grab a cup of coffee, place to sit down. Maxwell House coffee ain't my cup of tea, but this place is open. The refills are free. This place is open, the refills are free. This is one of those shows where it's just going to be one long hot flash for me, I guess. I don't know. Well, this next song, about a year ago, I was asked to go play a political fundraiser. I won't tell you which group it was for, but they were the people who are correct as opposed to the people being right. I just made that up.
That was good.
Pretty good. I had to do this for a living. Hey. So anyway, they called me up and they offered to pay me more money than God makes in a week. So I said, sure, I'll do it. And then it was in Canton, Ohio. I don't know if you're familiar with Canton, Ohio. It's a town in Ohio. I never was real good with geometry, but I do know it's up in the north part. So the lady called me and she said, we want you to start at 5:30. I said, okay, cool. Well, then a couple more politicians decided they wanted to talk, so she called and she said, well, can you play at 6:30? Okay, that's fine. Then she called and she said, well, okay, how about 7:30? And I went, well, okay. And she said, we'll get you a hotel in addition. We'll put that in your writers. I said, okay, fine. So this is a story about checking into the hotel before I went for my sound check, and I forget. How does this song start?
The way you're smart is
Contract said the room's all paid. All you gotta do is just check in. Hopped out the car to the front desk. Ken's Red Roof Inn. Clerk didn't have a whole lot to say as he handed me my key. We hope you enjoy your stay with us in room 123. Where can you go to get some rest or commit your favorite sin? There's a sign up the road, welcome to the Red Roof Inn. I got a parking spot in front of the door, room 123. Turn the key and open that door. What do you think I see? A couple in bed looking up at me. I didn't know what to think of it. The ugliest guy I've ever seen, and a beauty with big round eyes. Well, I said, I'm sorry, mister, to you and your wife too. This never happened to me before, and I'm not sure what to do. He scowled at me and said, hey buddy, you must be dim. Do you really think I'd bring my wife to a place like Red Roof Inn? Where can you go to get some rest or commit your favorite sin? There's a sign up the road, welcome to the Red Roof Inn. Here we go. Contract said the room's all paid. All you gotta do is just check in. I hopped out the car to the front desk. Ken's Red Roof Inn. The next time I'm headed out on the road for more than just one day, I know exactly where I'm gonna sleep. I'm checking in at extended stay. Where can you go to get some rest or commit your favorite sin? There's a sign up the road, welcome to the Red Roof Inn. There's a sign up the road, welcome to the Red Roof Inn. Yeah. Bobby and I played together, it's been over a month ago, and he's been playing with about 5,000 other bands or something like that. And so he likes to watch my hands while we're playing, so he says, oh, that's not the chord you played before. I should point out, I have 9 albums out to date, from starting in '93, I think it was. And tonight I only have the most recent 2 albums in the form of a CD that are available here. My kids call them coasters.
Oh.
But if you're interested, it's $10. I'll tell you what, $15 you can take 2 of them. And there's also copies of an album that was released in 2005 called Manchester Mornings, and those are free. Because when they came out, they printed about 5,000 of them, and I still have about 1,500 of them. And the label said, just start giving them away. And I said, okay. I didn't have to pay for them, so. But on the album that came out in 2021, I always loved this Rodney Crowell song. I'm in the right place, yeah. Well, I don't drink as much as I ought to. Lately just ain't been my style, and the hard times don't cut like they used to. They pass quicker like when I was a child. Somehow I've learned how to listen to the sound of the sun going down, knowing in the morning I'll be safe song for this life I have found. You know, keeps my feet on the ground. Well, the midsummer's day sits so heavy, it don't flow like the breeze through your mind. When nothing appears in a hurry to make up some old lost time. Somehow I've learned how to listen to the sound of the sun going down, knowing in the morning I'll be singing a song for this life I have found. You know, keeps my feet on the ground. Somehow I've learned how to listen to the sound of the sun going down, knowing in the morning I'll be singing a song for this life I've found. You know, keeps my feet on the ground. You know, keeps my feet on the ground. Thank you. If I was going to list favorite songwriters of mine, I'd be here all night. But the person who wrote this song is one of my favorite songwriters, a gentleman by the name of Guy Clark. This is a song that's going to go on a new album. Got an old blue shirt that fits me just fine. I like the way it feels, so I wear it all the time. Got an old guitar, won't ever stay in tune, but I like the way it sounds in a dark and empty room. Got an old pair of boots, fit just right. I can work all day and I can dance all night. Got an old used car that runs just like a top. Get a feeling it ain't never gonna stop. Stuff that works, stuff that holds up, kind of stuff you don't hang on the wall. Stuff that's real, stuff you feel, kind of stuff you reach for when you fall. Got a pretty good friend who's seen me at my worst. You can't tell if I'm a blessing or a curse, but he always shows up when the chips are down. That's the kind of stuff I like to be around. Stuff that works, stuff that holds up, kind of stuff you don't hang on the wall. Stuff that's real, stuff you feel, kind of stuff you reach for when you fall. woman I love, she's crazy, paints like God. She got a playground sense of justice, she don't take odds. Got a tattoo with her name right through my soul. I think everything she touches turns to gold. Stuff that works, stuff that holds up, kind of stuff you don't hang on the wall. Stuff that's real, stuff you feel, kind of stuff you reach for when you fall. Kind of stuff you reach for when you fall. Thank you. Another member of our band that I don't like at all is a guy named Arthur. Last name Brightus.
Oh.
See what I did there? That was really
That's a
funny.
good one.
This song is written by a guy named Kevin Welch, and I have a Guy Clark channel on my Sirius XM or whatever the magic thing that's in a car there. And this is one of those songs, Wendy, my wife, and I were driving down the road, and this song came on, and it actually took my breath away. I said, man, I got to work that song up. So this is going to be on the new album as well. It's called A Prayer Like Any Other. Whoops. Stop that. It's way past midnight. Everyone's asleep. Outside the window, it's quiet on the street. But my bags are packed, my guitar too. Taxi's coming, nothing I can do. Oh Lord, keep your eye on my friends. I just feel better knowing you're watching them. I got to roll, take a little spin. While I'm gone, keep your eye on my friends. Gotta get home, the only way I know. This long old road, it's all that's slow. One of these days I'll come back, if the creek don't rise, stuff like that. Oh Lord, keep your eye on this place, keep it warm, keep it safe. You know I depend on your saving grace. While I'm gone, keep your eye on this place. This is just a prayer, like any other. Nothing more, nothing less. Just a prayer like any other. One more time, can you just say yes? Oh Lord, keep your eye on me. You know how foolish and reckless I can be. Light up my way so I can see. Oh Lord, keep your eye on me. Oh Lord, keep your eye on my friends. Oh Lord, keep your eye on this place. I played. There's a church up in College Hill called College Hill First UCC Church. Really cool church, and even though we live up in the Columbus area now, my wife and I belong to that church. We go there every Sunday morning in our pajamas with our coffee online. And every once in a while I have the honor of coming down and playing music there on their Sunday morning service. And about a month ago, Michael Ronstadt, his wife Serenity Fisher, who happens to be related to this guy, and we did a concert on Saturday night in Columbus, and and then we came down and played at the church, and that's the first time I ever played that song live, and playing it with those two was just heavenly for me in church. And then that night was the Martin Luther King celebration, Sunday night celebration in College Hill. So we had a fantastic band. Oh my God, that was fun. I was smiling for a week, and my wife was sure I had gone on drugs or something. But okay. Some people don't know about me, and I don't tell a lot of people because they don't believe me. But I was in seminary for 4 years. Yes, I was almost going to be a priest, except by my junior year in minor seminary, I had a girlfriend, and the priest said, "Yeah, it's probably not a good idea." So, there's an old buddy of mine. We've been like brothers for 50 years, and he lives outside of Vegas. He does not live in Vegas, and he never goes into Vegas. And I'll go out a couple times a year. We golf, fish, smoke cigars, and drink bourbon. And one night we were commiserating about what we thought heaven might be like. That's where this song came from. Except the second verse came from me sitting in a coffee shop in Nurkahaya. I was the only one there that didn't have a gun rack in my car or a Trump sticker on my bumper. So this young man came up to me, flopped the Bible down on the table and said, "Can I ask you a question?" I said, "Sure, Reverend, what do you want?" He says, "Does it bother you that you're going to hell?" I said, "Who have you been talking to, man?" So I thank him very graciously, especially for giving me the second verse of this song. That's the wrong chord right there. I guess someday I'll go to heaven. I'm hoping that someday's not too soon. People will pray and sing, I'll fly away. I'll be playing golf on the dark side of the moon. That's what I'll do in heaven. No need to pray or curse. Spending my time with bottomless bottles of wine, where things just get better, nothing never gets worse. I'll say hi to all them preachers who used to tell me that I was going to hell. It'll be a thrill to see the look on their face, knowing I got to heaven as well. That's what I'll do in heaven. No need to pray or curse. Spending my time with bottomless bottles of wine, where things just get better, nothing never gets worse. There we go. That was heavenly, wasn't it? I doubt that I'll get bored in heaven. I'll do anything I want every day. Share John Prine's 9-mile cigarette in my 59 Corvette. Bridget Bardo on my lap, hanging on every word I say. That's what I'll do in heaven. No need to pray or curse. Spending my time with bottomless bottles of wine. Where things just get better, nothing never gets worse. Where things just get better, nothing never gets worse. I'll fly away, oh Lordy. I'll fly away in the morning. When I die, hallelujah, by and by, I'll fly away. That's going to be on the new album as well. I'm never sure how much advertising I'm actually supposed to do up here. I sell used cars. No. Actually, it's Amway, but let's talk about that. I don't even know if that's still around. I hope there aren't any Amway people here. If there are, I apologize. Not really. It's amazing because we have 2 songs left and we got like, what, another 45, 50 minutes to go, right?
11 minutes.
11 minutes, okay, well, there you go. This is a 4.5-minute song and the last one is whatever adds up to that long. Okay. But anyway, DaveHawkins.com, and you can sign up also for a bunch of other stuff. I actually have a media guy because I'm over the age of 60 and I have no idea how a computer works. And this is a young guy, he's 42, 43. So if you go to the Dave Hawkins Facebook page, I get people to write me notes off the Dave Hawkins singer-songwriter Facebook page. I really like what you put, and I have to call, Adam, did you put something on the Facebook page? Because, oh yeah, I wrote that you really like, your pink slippers that you wear on Sunday morning. I'm like, okay. But anyway, he's become a good friend. This is also a very good friend of mine, Bobby Fischer. I'll tell you, the Eric Clapton of Cincinnati, ladies and gentlemen. I coined that expression. Somebody came up to me and they said, I heard somewhere that Bobby Fischer is like the Eric Clapton of Cincinnati. And I said, yeah, I coined that expression. No, you didn't. But anyway.
Eric's 80 today.
Yeah.
It's his birthday.
Yeah, Bobby's not quite there. But this is a song about friendship. When the milk of human kindness goes south, people grow meaner by the hour. You look for a savior, someone who could it be? I'm nowhere close to a savior, but you can count on me. Count on me. I'm nowhere close to a savior, but you can count on me. When the dog bites the hand that feeds him, you're feeling like you want someone who needs you, then you look for guidance as you look to the sky. Why don't you look a little lower to you and I? Count on me. You can look a little lower. Count on me. candle in the window no longer burns bright. You're in your bed alone each and every night. When your friends all turn their backs on you, that's when I'll come. I'll be beside you. Count on me. That's when I'll come. You can count on me. Count on me. Thank you. I appreciate you having us out tonight and being so nice to us, and I also thank Janice for putting the rotten tomatoes away before we started. There really weren't rotten potatoes. I made that up, in case you didn't know. I mentioned earlier about heaven and all that stuff. There's a good friend of mine that is being elevated to bishop in May, and she's hiding out there. But the National Association of Women Catholic Priests. And Paula. The reason I bring that up is because, for some odd reason, the Roman Catholic Church isn't real thrilled about that. I mean, in general, not Paula, but I mean, just women Catholic priests. I don't know why. It has something to do with patriarchy or something. But my older brother Steve was a Catholic priest, a Monsignor in the Diocese of Columbus. He was my best friend and biggest fan, and he was kind of on the verge of being like a Daniel Berrigan type priest. So if there was something that would go against what the old-fashioned stuff was, he was not real happy with that. We talked about that. Steve died in 2001, just less than a year after he had celebrated 25 years as a Catholic priest. And the night we buried him, I was sitting in my mom and dad's living room having a scotch, like Steve and I will often have scotch together, and I was cursing him. So in the middle of the night, I get this dream. Steve is sitting there. My legal name is Jeffrey David. And whenever he got mad at me, he would call me Jeffrey. There he is sitting there with his, they called it a dog collar, the little Roman collar. And when they weren't working, they put it off to the side, like loosening your tie. And he looks up at me and he says, "Jeffrey, what the hell is wrong with you?" I said, "You know what's wrong. You left me here." And we have two other brothers. The one, God rest his soul, he died last January, not last May. They tend to be on the other side of the spectrum. So I'm saying this in all love for my brothers. I said, "You know why I'm mad? Because you left me here with our two idiot brothers. Now I have to deal with them." And he reminded me a few days before he died, we all gathered around him in his hospital room, and my one sister-in-law asked him to give us a blessing, and he gave us a little bit of advice to remember as we went along. He said, "Just always remember what I told you guys before I died, and I think you'll be okay, and if you keep screwing up, you'll feel a dope slap upside your head, and that'll be me." So thanks again for having us out. This is on the Bottle Rockets and Broken Dreams album that's back there. It's called Stephen's Song. I know I'm running down the road a little faster than I should be going. I should be taking my time to see the beauty that's all around me. How could I know where my life would go? There were no signs in front of me. Just around the bend, another dead end, or a new road for me to see. Taking life for granted, it's a habit that most folks share. We should live our lives to the fullest. Enjoy the sun, the rain, and wind in our hair. How could I know where my life would go? There were no signs in front of me. Just around the bend, another dead end, or a new road for me to see. Think about it. I've taken a lesson from my brother. Enjoy life and all there is to see. It's a greater good to share with each other. Before he died, he shared this with me. How could I know where my life would go? There were no signs in front of me. Just around the bend, another dead end, or a new road for me to see. How could I know just where my life would go? There were no signs in front of me. But just around the bend, there is no dead end, but a new life waiting for me. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. Thank y'all so much. Peace. God bless.
Thank you guys. Wonderful time. Next week, if you've had